Okay, we got a resume to review here. I know this isn't exciting, but the young man writes, my teacher claims my resume needs improvement. Step number one, understand all teachers are failures because they're teachers, right? Or professors, meaning they've never stepped outside. They went from school, graduated, went to college, graduated, and then went back to school to teach. Also, keep in mind that there is no right or wrong with resumes. I mean, there's some obvious things. Um, but you can have one HR professional tell you this, another HR professional tell you something completely different, and the guy who's actually doing the hiring tell you a third thing that they said the others were wrong. I've had somebody add this, I have to take that out, right? And the reason why is that HR people all need to go swim in a deep ocean in Minecraft. Right? That's why. So I've never had that much success with my resume. I don't think you can have success with your resume. I think and you got to keep in mind, people who are in look, not too long ago, I'm talking like 20 years ago, they still did handwriting analysis. Ooh, look at the strong strokes. He must be an aggressive, violent personality. All right. They were using, I mean, so this is like just this side of witchcraft. You might as well be astrology. There's a study in Mercer. It's an HR publication. I don't even know if it's around anymore. But remember, there's like, a 0.14 correlation coefficient between HR selection tactics and actual success on the job. So it's all a crapshoot. But I would not listen to your teachers because your teachers don't have real jobs. They've never had real jobs and they're never going to have real jobs. So, don't worry about it too much. Video will pay. Okay, let's take a look at the resume here. I said this was a very impressive resume, visually speaking. Oh, is the internet going to slow down today? All right. So, hang on. This guy has a very sharp looking resume. I like the layout. I like this graphic you put on the side where how you rate your abilities in different things. I would put Microsoft Office at the bottom. I would put TCP, IP, and all that at the top. I put all your IT stuff up top. I guess MS Office is IT, but everyone knows MS Office. It's not that hard. It's just a real sharp, clean looking resume, man. I really like the layout and it will catch people's eyes. So I would not change it. All right. I know they started saying like, state an objective or a general description of you up top. Like, okay, fine. That's the way they do things now. And honestly, man, I like how you laid it out with the bullet points and the dates and everything. You got your certifications right there. There's only two things I can say about this resume. One, your first job history, you say volunteer. Volunteers that's not work. And then when you list what you do as a volunteer, it's all IT stuff. So I would not even list volunteer. What I would do is write down IT guy or IT admin or something like that. And then you list this right here because this is all real world experience. When I see volunteer, and I'm sure when HR people see volunteer, there's like, oh, loser, not really. That's not a real job. And then it's corroborated because you're a young man. I asked you how old you are. You're 20, so you're not even out of college yet. And then you have these standard 20-something, late teen-something jobs. You work in, I don't want to give you too much away. You work in the healthcare field and you do some basic low-level, entry-level type of stuff in the healthcare field. When there's nothing wrong with that, and I would include that there, but this has nothing to do with the jobs you're trying to get. And then when you say volunteer, the person's just going over this real quickly. It's just going to say, oh, he's a volunteer over at a hospital, and then skip over all this stuff you've been doing that is hardcore IT stuff. So I would change your title from volunteer to go talk to your volunteer contact. Say, look, I can't put volunteer. Can I just put like IT guy or something? And then that way, if they call up, oh, yeah, he's our IT guy or IT admin or whatever would help. Because you are getting real world working experience, so you're just not getting paid. You put volunteers like intern, and no one really cares. Contact information is all right there. Very sharp, very nice. I kind of, if you got 2 pages, that's fine. I think it's all right. You got 2 pages. And then I guess if you want to tighten it up, you could not go into such detail about your general entry level healthcare work because it's not germane to your main profession. Just kind of tell them, oh, I work and I do this. Maybe all bullet point, and that might free up. You might be able to get it down to 1 page. It's not vital though. And then you have your associates. You got your certifications. And those are good certifications. You're keeping them current. All right. Yeah, that's honestly, man, that's the only thing that stands out to me is changing that title of what you do for your current work. You've been there a year, coming up on a little bit, year and change. Were you 20? You're 20. Yeah. Look, just so you know, this is what every young person goes through, trying to unlock what people want on the resume and what HR wants. And yeah, man, it's easy, especially now. Kids keep forgetting we're in a recession and you can send out hundreds of resumes and get no response. That's normal. And what you don't want to do is be like me, I didn't even graduate necessarily into a recession. Just had a crappy degree from the Carlson School, crappy degree from a crappy college, the Carlson School of Management. Don't send your kids there. You're going to think there's something wrong with you and you will waste hours trying to tweak and tailor it. And it could just be the economy. It could just be like one time there was like this recruiter. I just stopped sending resumes to the recruiter because he never would. He was like, okay, I'm going to stop harassing you. And then he retired and I think their company went bankrupt. So don't overanalyze it. It's a very sharp, very professional looking resume. Your teacher, here's one thing I can tell you your teacher doesn't know shit, but that's not me going out on a limb. Teachers don't know shit. That's why they're teachers. These teachers, unless they're history teachers, go ask any of your other teachers, like, hey, when was the Civil War? How many millions go into a trillion? Your resume won't get found. Yeah, no, it's fine, man. Just change that one title. And then you know what? If you still don't have success, well, maybe go get some more certifications and maybe continue, because you're only getting your associates, maybe go continue on to get your bachelor's degree, just part-time. But I'm thinking wherever you are in your career, I'm thinking I agree with where you are. You got your associates, you got your certifications. I try and go get some work experience and then pursue your career, or your bachelor's degree part-time. Otherwise, man, that's the sharpest, frankly, it's the sharpest looking resume I've seen. And here's another thing you may want to think about. Someone who's smart, and there is occasionally a smart person working in business, might see that resume and say, and they will not even look necessarily at what you wrote down and say, this is interesting, this is different. And if they're smart, they're going to say, let's get this kid in here. Because you did display being intelligent, different, and creative with that resume. And so I would not give that up, because that increases your chances of finding a company where you actually would fit and they might challenge you. You might actually have a good job and be challenged and learn things and find out where you belong. Whereas if you just made it milky toast boring, okay, fine. You're going to have to go work at regular jobs that suck. You're not going to stand out. In other words, like eccentric, intelligent, creative people are going to get that resume in here. You want to work for eccentric, intelligent, creative people. You don't want to work for Tina, the HR ditz that scans it in. The computer reads through the code. And, we got these words. Okay, now say, but I don't like his shoes, So keep it as it is. If you are really concerned about the layout and the style, okay, fine. Convert to a regular Microsoft Word template. That's what I use, is Microsoft Word's resume template. Send out some resumes, do half and half, see what gets something better. But I'll tell you, it's very likely it's the recession. It's not you. And that resume is sharp. So, and that's about all I can tell you, because again, I am no resume expert, and then again, nobody is. Competent man, $5. My experience is that everyone does the resume different, and all headhunters change it no matter what you do or did, how many times it has been used. Yeah, HR people also have to vindicate their completely worthless degree choice. It's like, ooh, editing. Look, HR people, just like me changing lives and teachers wish they could do that, I'm helping people with their resumes and I don't have even an associate's in HR. Woo! It's like the guy who wrote the most popular philosophy book in eons, self-published, and doesn't have a degree in philosophy, and all these liberal arts academics. Oh, he doesn't have a degree. He doesn't know what he's doing. Like, yeah, he read philosophy. I don't think Socrates had a degree either. Posing fucking bleepity bleeps. All right, that's it. Questions, answers. Hey, the Beckloff. Remember once while I was looking for work, I had to put a resume into a place and then fill out an application with all the same information. I just wrote "see resume" all the lines on the application. I was spiked. That's why I like Beckloff. Hey, check out Beckloff's program. He's on YouTube. He's podcasting again. I should download some Beckloff. I haven't tuned into you, Chris, in a while. You do this thing where you go on people's channels, you do video responses to these weirdos, which sometimes, whatever happened to Chris Chan? Is he still around? All right, we'll see you guys later. Toodles.